Good afternoon, all, and welcome back to the shed once more. Happy days. I hope my picture and sound has now stabilised. If anybody in the stream can give me a shout and tell me that you're getting a 5x5, that will help. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Signal Cabin. And very good afternoon to you. Very good morning to Ray Bertelson. 5x5. Excellent. Randall Ellison has just joined us. Hello, Randall. I hope everything is well in Arkansas. And Chuck Schreiber, who is in Texas. A very good morning to you, Chuck. And Grandpa Rouse, JD, the inimitable John Dilly. John number 1. 7-6. That's pretty good odds. Yeah. And Ivo Van Zon. A very good day to you in sunny Netherlands. Can't say Holland because that's only 2 areas. Correct? You see, I do listen occasionally. Dara's Locomotive Shed, and a very good day to you in sunny green and probably wet Ireland, but there you go. Very good morning to James in sunny Canada. Well, I hope it's sunny, James. You're going to have to get that turbo going, you know. I'm dying to see it. Absolutely dying to see that one. And Haunted Railway Jake. Hello, guys. And there's Hi, also from the Netherlands. Probably at the caravan at the moment and enjoying himself, as you jolly well should on a Sunday. And there's March West Junction Andy. Hello, Andy. Very good afternoon to you. I hope you are well. If there's anybody I missed, I do apologise. The T-shirt today. Evil Knievel, King of the Daredevils, Twin Falls, Idaho. Yeah, do you remember the Sky Cycle? Brilliant. 1974. I can't say that Evil Knievel himself was a very nice man, but some of the stunts he did were, yes, they tuned into the time exactly at the right time. The Evil Knievel stunt cycle, remember that? Release, and off it goes. Yeah, virtually indestructible, and it needed to be with children like me around, and you. You should buy an Evil Knievel toy smoker. I've got one. Don't you worry about that. In fact, I've got 2. I've got a vintage one, which is really beaten up, and when they reintroduced it, I got another one just for Sunday best. So, yes, I do have the Evil Knievel motorcycle. Yeah, brilliant. Great bit of fun. Set up a board, rev it up as fast as you can go, and off it goes. Yeah, great stunts, great fun. Running today, you are indeed at the caravan. I did see that zip past high. There was another bit there. Oh, there's Osmerica Model Railroading. That's Artie at the caravan. See if you can make a new video for the caravan in-scale track. Oh, okay, hi. You can also get the red van. I wasn't that well heeled. I remember there was a lot of Evil Knievel stuff came out at the time. They had all kinds of funny stuff, but the original stunt cycle was the best. And I think it was back in the early 2000s. Stuntman Eddie Braun built up a second Sky Cycle, went over the Snake River in a similar spot to Evil Knievel and actually done the whole stunt. He proved that his father's machine could actually do it, and he went right across the imperfect weather conditions, right across the Snake River Canyon and landed by parachute on the other side. Brilliant stunt, perfectly executed, and Yes, powered by steam, but reaction dynamics. There you go. Running today is a DRS Class 37. I can give you the number just as that comes tootling past me. I've just got it gently running, like the breeze, gently running. Pulling quite a long train of ECC quarries hopper wagons, ECC tanker, and various other bits and pieces. There's Moneybrook Mark. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. And here she comes. It is 374005. This is one of Richard's machines. Just running DC, but super color scheme on it. ECC quarries. Here are some dirty examples. I bought them like that. Not brilliantly weathered, but yeah, it's okay. And right on the end is the Bernie Walker towed brake van out of Newton Abbot. That was the one that I fitted the little flashing lamp to on the back, which I also won on one of Bernie's competitions. So that's my little tribute to the late great Bernie Walker, who is still sadly missed. So if you're ever in a live stream and you see guys who give each other a shout out with full capital letters, yeah, we're sort of one of Bernie's boys. I'm not sure how that started, but it was a wee shout out, like Chris has just done. A very good afternoon to you, Chris. So there you go. It was just we're one of Bernie's boys. So, and it just started, and we picked it up and ran with it. Bernie, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. He'd be laughing at us if he, from up on high, where he is looking from his lofty position. But yes, a great raconteur of live streams and model railway mayhem. Just like Grey Screaming Kevin every Saturday. Yes, exactly. Indeed, Ivo. You have the essence of it. What else am I running today? I thought I just had the one train running so far so you could actually hear me. But I've resurrected the Blue Pullman, which you can just see to my right here. New motor in that. That's the packet it came in. It was an X9863. And it looks like this. 5 pole skew round with the fancy brass flywheels with a plasticky end which has the bayonet type like ball and axle for the prop shafts. One thing I did notice when I got the motor is that the Chinese had transposed the red and the black wire. It just swapped them. So the first thing I did was get my trusty 9-volt battery, go across the terminals, checking the polarity, of course, and see which way it swung, and then check the new motor. And although they transposed the wires, they'd actually got it wrong from the factory. And the position of the red wire here was still the position of the red wire, even though it was black. So I proved that, transmuted it into the HST over there, and all is well. Yes, this one is toast. Obviously, something internal has it's probably brush related. Dirty commutator, dirty brushes that have melted, and the graphite's just disintegrated in it. But yeah, not good. But simple enough to take out, replace. Took me 20 minutes, and let's get her into operation. There she goes. The other thing I did, particularly for Ivo, I took a file to the coach wheels because they're very, very rough I believe it was Ivo that said that Roco have been having this trouble as well. Tasty hot dog condiments cruise in the chat. Yeah, very peppery, salty. It's not really condiments, is it? I mean, that's more sort of seasoning. HP sauce, tomato ketchup. And here she comes. Let's get a bit more speed onto this. Remember way back when you wanted a loco with more go people a Lima 37 or whatever and gave it 2 motor bogies to give an extra bit of lead as well? Yes. Want to see that done on YouTube. If you've got a Lima 37, probably the best thing you can do is chuck away the old Ringfield motor and put in a CD drive into it. That will improve things. But yeah, a motor on either end would be ideal. Anthony Dodge has joined us. A very good morning to you, Anthony. And I hope you are full of the joys of spring. Just so you know, I've got a bit of a swollen eye. It looks like I've been punched in the eye, but it isn't. It's just obviously some kind of mild infection, and it's just made my eye swell up. Strange that, but if it gets any worse, I'll be trotting off to see the quack. What's Artie up to? Need I ask? Very nice to see Artie back into not full swing, but half swing last night for the Artie Farty show. I very much enjoyed that, even though I couldn't get up this morning. You can't have everything, can you? Anyway, yes, after about this time last week, the HST petered out. The motor went all crispy and funny, and what it did actually was drag the what do you call this? It's a Model W, that is. It works off my main controller, so it just gives me the handheld capability so I can move around a little bit. What it was doing, it was pulling so much amps that this was literally saying I've had enough and just cutting it off completely. So it was imitating a dead short when actually it was going open circuit. So it was pushing the controller so hard that the controller said enough. I've had enough. I'm shutting down. And that's what was happening. So this motor was causing all kinds of mayhem. But as you can see, the new motor is in. The wheels have been filed, so they are actually quite smooth now, which has cut down the noise a lot. But that's a lot of work with a file going around every tyre on the coaches, but worth it. Hasn't improved their rolling capability any, but there was never an issue with that. They rolled well. It's just that the noise that they made because of this rough surface on the tyre was extraordinary, and it made the whole shed reverberate. So it's great to be back. Yes, it is indeed, Artie. Very nice to see you. This is the Hornby version of the Alcision XPT that you were showing us last night. Obviously, this is in double O gauge rather than HO. I'm not sure what the Alcision one is in, what scale that's in. Is it in double O or HO? HO, I suspect, but if you can pop that into the chat, Artie. And is that Paul Wood in there? It is indeed. Wolfsec Scenics. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you. But as you can see, even with the short train, the level of sound is not at a point where I have to shout to make myself heard. That's acceptable. There is Dwight Curly Express, who is back tonight with his live stream. And we also have Maura King. A beautiful day. It must be an island, but here it's bright but breezy. And the temperature has certainly cooled things off a bit at 12 degrees centigrade, which 12 degrees. For those in Fahrenheit, that's around about 50 something or other. It's not good. It's not good. As you can see, the Midland Pullman, touch wood, seems to be running faultlessly. 9 degrees centigrade here in Durham. That's even under. That's under 10 degrees. That's not good. That's not good. That's down in the 40s. I mean, that's trash, really. 22. So Maura's in the 70s. Well, that's great, Maura. I mean, while you've got it, enjoy it, because it. I wouldn't say it's fleeting here. It's not raining and it's bright enough, but it wasn't the consistent sunshine and blue skies that we had in the previous week. So 46 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's not fantastic, is it? That's jumper and coat weather. Cool here this morning, 15 degrees centigrade. Well, 15 centigrade is an improvement on what we've got here in the afternoon. So just do please remember that Chuck's in Texas, so and it's raining in Canada. Canada is not known really for the rain. It's known for fairly decent weather, or like something like 7 months of snow from our perspective. Talking of which, we have Sparky 107. If you haven't already, check out Sparky's meet and greet videos out. If you can check Sparky 107. Sparky, feel free to put that in the chat if you so desire. And the more people know about it, the more people are capable of going. And very nice to see you, Sparky. Osmerica Artie is in the chat. He has descended once more back upon us in all his glory, which is great to see. Such an eclectic comedian is Artie. Very funny man, and put him together with Anthony Dodge, and yeah, you get all kinds of mayhem. And of course, I don't mind adding to it either. There it is, the dining car sign-up. That does sound good. Nothing like eating on a train. Aussies not permitted to go to Canada. Canada declared war on the Australians. Yes, I can probably understand that. It's filling up fast. Good. Very good. Yeah, it's a good thing that Sparky didn't just abandon ship and say, well, it's getting more and more difficult to do anything American. I'm not going to do it this year. But fair dues. Sparky just said, oh, okay, well, let's do it domestically and get a Canadian thing going, which is great. And I'm sure the Canadians like James and Trackside Mike and Todd will be right behind it. It's great. They have banned the sale of Vegemite in Toronto. Well, I can't blame them for that one. But there you go. Still working on the first cup of coffee. So fingers don't type well. Well, you know, Sparky, Sparky's name is Dave, of course. Dave. Here's a coffee of my own. Here's one that I made earlier. Sorry, I couldn't miss that one. Cheers, everybody. That's a bit watery, a bit more watery than my usual fare. I'll have another try. Wow. I don't know what went wrong with that one, but right, okay. As I've proved, the Midland Pullman is now running really well. So I'm going to shelve the Pullman, slow down now, and I'm going to bring out the ugly bug. Let's go ugly early. There she comes. Now I've got to watch this carefully. Watch this carefully. I will only do this once. So I don't want it to hit the buffers. Yep. Okay. Right. Make sure that is as far as it can go. Change the way the points are going. At center. Turn that off. Turn that on. And reverse. And now it's time for ugly. Forgive me turning my back on you. Vegemite. Oh my God, yuck. Nothing wrong with Vegemite. It's just like a poor man's Marmite, that's all. Right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Colas Class 70, the Fugly. So called because it's flipping ugly. Pulling a rake of English China clay, they call JIA wagons. Anyway, they're big clay holders, powdered clay. I think I'm not sure if it's powdered clay or also ball clay as well, which is slightly wet. Vegemite, oh my God, yuck. And yes, I have had it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Sparky. As long as you had a good sick bag with you. Only real people eat Vegemite, matey. Yeah, perhaps. But yeah, it's an acquired taste. Vegemite, Marmite, that kind of thing, yeast extract is a very savoury flavour, and it's not for everybody. Got to finish it off with a nice passion fruit pavlova. Passion fruit pavlova. Yeah, pavlova. That's got the egg whites. What do you call it? Yeah, it's a bit like a passion fruit eaten mess. Vegemite, Marmite, yum yum. Well, there you go. It's probably 50-50. People will be divided right down the centre. But anyway, let's get some camera action down on the track, way behind me. King of the Daredevils. Twin Falls, Idaho, 1974. In fact, I think it says that on the back. Something like that. Anyway. Well, there's Eric. A very good morning to you, Eric. Even though it's afternoon here. Meanwhile, down on the track. So what do we have? What do you hear? What do you say? There's a Class 70. What an ugly bug. Class 70 is the nearest thing we've got to an American locomotive in both looks and sounds. It's obviously got I think it's an EMD prime mover, and it's very much built on the American principle where you've got this well, it looks like a dog bone, slim in the middle and fat at either end. And here she comes. We call it the fugly because it is bloody ugly. And here comes a Class 37 in direct rail services colours, and a nice long train of ECC hopper wagons. So there you go. Yes, indeed. I think you're right, Dave, Sparky. Yes, indeed, they were. And all of them provide very good service, except one, which they dropped at the docks and bent in half. That one, I believe, is back in the United States or Canada, and they use it as a prototype vehicle. So I understand. Lunch, crackers, hard-boiled eggs, and sliced tomatoes. That sounds like a picnic. A very good afternoon, Aaronville. Nice to see you. Nice. Oh, and there's Mick, who's probably at the bar in Rhodes because he went out at 5 o'clock this morning, flying out to, is it the Greek island of Rhodes? So 24 degrees where Mick is. That's probably pretty cool for Greece. But enjoy yourself, Mick, and don't do anything I wouldn't. My plan is today is to start off DC, obviously to prove the Midland Pullman is now working, and bring out the Fugly and the Class 37. And what I'll do is we will then flick over to DCC and we'll run some things which produce lots of noise. Just over here, you will see a selection of tractors, Class 37, and they will be providing the noise. 3 different there with 3 different sound files. And there's a 4th over in yonder platform 1, which has a Ruston engine sound profile in it, which sounds really funky. Anthony Shunter. Anthony Shunter. You're going to have to explain that one, Artie. If you mean by that a Class 37, yeah, probably. Class 70s were built for Freightliner. One Class 70 got dropped while unloading, had to go back to America. Colours Rail ordered some Class 70s as well. Yeah, a very good afternoon, Simon. They do look good in the Colas Rail scheme, which is black, yellow, and orange. They use a very light yellow, which does lend itself better, I think, to the orange, because it's not such a stark contrast as much as a very similar colour. Obviously, you can see like the warning yellow on the end, and that's very much a very light yellow. Yeah, quite a tasty livery, and I got used to it pretty fast once you get over the initial revulsion. Are the UK Euro jewels as loud as the HVLE ones? I've no idea, Ivo. That might be one for Simon. And there's Anthony Middleport Junction. A very good afternoon to you, Anthony. I hope today finds you well and suitably refreshed, being as this is a Sunday after all. Are you working on anything today, Anthony, or are you just slumming it? Me, I'm just slumming it with you guys and gals down in the shed. I do like these. They don't roll very well, but the detail and the colouring on it, absolutely fabulous. This tanker here, that one's a special. I think it's a Revolution, which was very expensive. The rest of these are all Hornby CAIB wagons, which are factory weathered with a little bit of graffiti on them, and Bernie's on the back with the flashing knobs. Do I have a Euro Phoenix? No, Dave, Sparky, I don't have a Euro Phoenix. I know it's a very attractive livery, but for one reason or another, I just never got one. But I know you have one. And it's quite a strange thing when that comes out occasionally and runs with all the American and Canadian locomotives. Yeah, that's really fun when you do that, particularly as it's got a completely different prime mover sound than all the others. Jake's getting one at Christmas. Yeah, a very popular livery with the Phoenix on the side. But there's an old saying, you can't have everything. And I don't know. Yeah, Dave, it does make quite a good contrast between the noise that the American locos make and the noise that something like a Class 37 makes, which it doesn't have the nickname of the tractor for nothing, because it does actually sound like a tractor. Need to find close coaches for the Class 86. So you've got a Class 86. Is that a Hilgian Class 86 or an earlier Hornby one? Interesting. Right. What I'll do now, I'll bring that one to a halt there. Let's see. If I back her up a bit. And then uncouple. We'll click that there. Make sure we're going into the right spot. There, number 7 over. 1, 2, number 3. Right, let's drag her off. Here we go. So she's now heading back to her berth, hopefully. Yes, indeed. There we go. Now we can isolate. Now, what I'll do now is I will bring in the fugly and I will bring out the Class 37s with all the noise. Right, I better get on the controller here because I don't want a big crash. It's all about precision, says Ned. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. This one's got a buffer set on it, so if it does hit the buffers, which it just has, right, that is now isolated. I am now going over to DTC at the flick of a switch. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right, open up number 1 and change the Z points. And forgive me a minute while I just go through the recall. 3706 is this one. There we go. Sound. Lights. And it's pointing in the right direction too. It's just going through its wake up procedure. 27-24. Get him, Grandpa. Good numbers. She's on her way, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the re-engined Class 37s. They took out the old English electric unit and put in a Ruston 8-cylinder. And of course, it's got a completely different prime mover sound. Okay. Change direction. And a very good afternoon to you, Roy. And in the meantime, we will bring out, what should we do? We'll have this one. Number 9. Track number 2. Right. This one, recall 3704. 3704. Where is 3704? 9 7521. What the hell is that? Let's try select loco 3704. Enter. Number 1. And we have nothing. Right, why not? Select loco 3710. Enter. That's better. This has the Bachman sound file in it, which I think was Southwest Trains version. This is the classic tractor sound. Whoa! Come away with us. Stop! Guess who forgot to change the points? That's better. Artie, I always drink too much grape juice. And there's Monsville. Hello, Mon. How are you? Hope you're well. And there's Delft Junction Pete. And Pete, yes, I fixed the Pullman. Let's just have a little less noise here. Recall. Shut up. Yeah, that's better. Right, we now have action, but without the sound. And as you can see, being as they are Bachman products, they run exceedingly well. And yes, I'm a big Bachmann supporter. Their stuff may be expensive, but you get what you pay for. There's no getting around it. Their level of detail, the paint schemes, the way they deliver their artwork onto the model is exceptional. Good engineering principles. They don't always get it right, but then none of the manufacturers do. But Bachmann are a lot more consistent than most. So Sam can moan and bitch about the cost of it, but usually they get it right. And even when they don't get it right, it still runs well enough to be a good model. Oh yeah, Dwight. These are the what they call the bullet wagons. They're sort of shaped like a bullet, produced by Dapol. I know Pete at Delft Junction's got some of these, and I think even Anthony has got one of the bullet wagons produced by somebody like Fleischmann or Roco or Marklin. And yeah, obviously what they've done is they've, after this one gets out of the way, what they've done is they bent it into sort of a bendy shape. So all of the contents of the tank all run towards the center point where obviously the drain is to get the slurry out. And that's what these really do. They're slurry wagons for the China clay industry. These ones are marked with the English China clay logo, which was bought out by the French and has now become Imerys, I believe. Oh, Roy, you've got the weathered variety, which look a bit rusty. They also did some specials, which are they're overall all rusty, but the bits where the writing is, like the English China clay or Imerys, they've left it in its chrome version. So they're sort of very heavily weathered, but with the odd chrome bit on it. Those are quite difficult to pick up. So if you do see any of them, they might be worth collecting. These usually go for about between 30 to 40 to 50 pounds a shot. Very highly detailed, lots of pipe work, wheels, coloured bits, all of this apparatus on the top. It's all really well done. And they do roll well, and they're really nice wagons. And of course, with this kind of electroplating on it, they're all very shiny. The logo on the yellow locomotive is very similar to the Newfoundland Railway. Is it really? Oh, you're talking about that one, James? The one with the funny sector logo on the side? And there's Digger Evans. Very good afternoon to you, Digger. I hope you're well. This is the Ruston version, 37906, where they started messing around with the prime movers just to get a bit more longevity out of the frame, which had the 8-cylinder Ruston engine in it, which sounded very kooky. This one is just a standard 37104 split head code. So it's got 2 head code boxes with lights on. Very shiny tankers indeed, Jason. A very good very good morning to you. These are the tankers, as I explained a couple of minutes ago, are produced by Dapol, which is a very hit and miss company in the UK. But with these, they actually got it essentially right. Very nice. I don't think they produced them for years, but they do hold their value. They're 40 to 50 pounds a shot these days. And they're obviously quite robust because you don't see very many of them which aren't complete. And there's Steve Childers. How are you, Steve? A very good morning to you down in Oklahoma, where the wind goes whistling down the plain. And no, I can't sing. Steve's probably sitting there now saying, my God, he can't sing for shit. And you'd be essentially right. There is now 41 in the chat with 31 thumbs up, which is a very good number. And I'm most graciously, or I should say, suitably basking in the glory. Very kind of you, chaps and chapesses. That's not a bad rake. That's really what takes the time, trying to collect these wagons. And of course, we never get them all in one hit. You always get enamored with these things after the event, after they've been produced. And then you start playing catch up, trying to get 3 wagons here, 4 wagons there, a single wagon there. And eventually, they come together. I mean, if you were to buy all this lot, £40 a shot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's £280 worth of English China clay bullet wagons. And of course, we don't buy them like that. We just buy them in dribs and drabs. Am I going to the Stanford exhibition? Probably not, Pete. Really, I have to temper my wants to go to train shows with Richard's schedule, because we usually travel together and enjoy the show because, you know, we both like trains. But quite often, Richard will be working nights and you can't burn the candle at both ends. I mean, I could go on my own, but you know, it's a bit of a family occasion when we do this. So it's nice to have a bit of father-son bonding, as they say. And mum and son train rail fans, very good morning to Tammy and Ray, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have a locomotive affectionately known as a tractor in the UK. Class 37, pulling some of these very, very shiny China clay bullet wagons. They do look like a bent bullet, but yeah, very nicely electroplated. Here is another shed. Also known as the tractor. It's not really a shed, is it? It's a tractor. The shed is the name we give to the Class 66, which has a peaked roof on it. And that's the only reason it's called a shed, really. What's that? I've missed one there. Hold on a second. This is membership people getting trouble with saying it. Okay. I've missed, obviously missed something there. Well, I can't go to them all, Pete. It'd be nice to, but yeah, I just can't get around to them all. It's not just me, it's what the rest of the family wants to do on any particular day as well. And you have to take that into account. I mean, you'd probably do the same with Sue. If she wanted to do something on the day of the show, you would probably can the show and do what you wanted to do with Sue. So you know how it is. 39.36. Thank you, JD. Get him. The gentle tippy-tapping of the wheels over the joints. With the funky flashing light on the back there. Courtesy of our old friend, Bernie Walker. Married in a Dutch church 28 years ago. Oh, I've just come up to 30, James. So there's one occasion I've beaten you there. Yeah, do please remember, Ivo, these are code 100. So you're probably the noise is made right here. Right on the frog. And there's also obviously the guardrails there. So that can also make funky noises, particularly with Hornby wheels, which are probably set in a little from what you would call traditional. What is it, 14.5 millimeters? They've probably set theirs at 14.3, something like that. So they're quite narrow, I think. No precision whatsoever. Well, I suppose there's as much precision as the Chinese will allow. Right, let's have some noise, ladies and gentlemen. And here she comes. Yeah, Pete, at least they run now. I had to file the wheels on the carriages though because they were just so rough. They were making all kinds of noise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, too far. There we go. And off. Off. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, Pete, that's the full extent of the amount of silver bullets I've got in their shiny condition. I've got plenty of the weathered variety and the half weathered variety, but it's getting everything out at once on the layout, and I think they do look nice in all their finery. The weathered ones are effectively rusty, so if you imagine a metal like this in its pristine condition and then fully rusty, that's the contrast. Okay, James, thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure to see you. I hope church goes well for you, and I hope you have a very nice what is left of the Sunday, which is a lot for you. So enjoy yourself and take it easy out there. Yeah, Pete, I guess you didn't get those 4 all in one hit. I would imagine you probably got them in 1s and 2s. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, they do look nice in their electroplated chromium original livery. The only thing is, every time you pick them up, you tend to get a dirty finger mark on there. So you're forever polishing these, but they do polish up nicely. Right, let's just grab the vomit can. There, the Midland Pullman. That's as much of the Midland Pullman that I can get in there. So that's the power car, then car 2, 3, 4, and the dummy car on the end, and that's as much as I can do, because literally otherwise it'd be overhanging the points. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the blue Pullman. If you're wondering what kind of blue that is, that's called Nanking blue. Right, let's get you back on the pedestal. There we go. Oh, back to Evel Knievel. Well, ladies and gents, it is now just gone 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. And I will let you get about all of your business for the rest of Sunday. Artie, Pullman was no dummy. He was famous. Bloody right, mate. Absolutely. That's the best Australian I can muster at the moment. Yeah, bedtime. Get your head down and sweet dreams, Artie. Everybody else, whether it be morning or afternoon, have a great day. We'll catch up with you probably in Curly's stream, which is 7 p.m. UK time tonight. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. Always great to see your layout in its finery. And Pete, thanks for coming in. Nice to see you and Sue are okay. And thanks, Eric. That's really kind of you. And Chris, take it easy in Wales. And yes, everybody have a lovely bank holiday weekend. Enjoy yourself and run your trains. And while the sun shines, yeah, enjoy it. So, there's Tom's Mecklin training out. Thanks for a great trip. Well, you're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Bit of fun on a Sunday in the shed. Still got my coffee. Warm now, but never mind. Cheers to you all. And I will catch up with you in the streams or at Curly's or hopefully next Sunday. And take care, everybody, and enjoy your trains. Adios, amigos. Bye for now.